Relations Officer for Red Path Mining South Africa. This is our second year getting involved in Mandela Day, specifically here at Mandela Preschool. Last year we helped the school revamp their classrooms, we repainted, donated a bit of furniture. This year we're looking at revamping certain areas within their playground. As a mining, contracting and engineering firm, community involvement is really important for us. So this is the least that we can do in terms of outreach to local communities. We hope to return again next year, and we hope that our involvement will be greater than this year.
I'm Liesl Tom, a trustee of the Entrust Foundation, and I'm here with our sponsor Red Path to come prep up the Mandela preschool. Mandela is very dear to the Entrust Foundation's heart because this is actually where the idea of a foundation started. Olga Mamabolo, the owner, the proprietor of the school, the teacher of the school, started using mini chess with children years ago, and she noticed the difference, and her school has grown. As you can see behind me, it's beautiful, and thanks to our partners Red Path, we are here to make it even nicer for the children.
We support Nelson Mandela Day. We're here doing our 67 minutes. We urge the public, and we specifically urge corporates across South Africa to do the same.
So today is July 18, and 100 years ago, a certain Nelson Mandela was born. Madiba changed the world, he changed our country, and if you listen to his message, he changes each and every one of us. Education was one of the most important things to Nelson Mandela, and that's why we as the Entrust Foundation invest in education. All corporates, everyone in this country owes Madiba a huge debt of gratitude, and this is our little way to pay back, not only to him but to our fellow South Africans. And if we all work together, we can make this country the rainbow nation that Tata Madiba dreamt about.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Peterson.
And I am Jacques Tomlinson.
And we are from EP Digital and also Untamed Duo SA. And we are so absolutely excited to be with you guys today.
We are completely stoked, and we have quite a lineup for you this afternoon with regards to getting to know Entrust a bit better, but Emmanuel will get into that a little bit more now shortly. And I myself am going to tell you a little bit more about the whole 67 minutes and why 67 minutes.
Now, like Jacques said, we are doing this in conjunction with the Entrust Foundation as well as Mini Chess and Mindco. So I am very, very excited to get this day started. And I think before we do anything else, Jacques, will you tell us a little bit more what Mandela Day is all about?
Let me tell you a few things about 67 minutes on Nelson Mandela Day. Mandela Day is internationally celebrated on the 18th of July each year, in honor of Mr. Nelson Mandela on his birthday. This year we need to start by sharing the successes we have achieved and the lessons we have learned, as we all battle this COVID-19 pandemic and the effect on those less fortunate than ourselves. What is the essence of Nelson Mandela Day? Well, we need to all start by taking action, inspiring change, and making every day a Mandela Day. Given our daily reality right now around the globe with this global pandemic looming over us all, this is more important now than ever. Now, why 67 minutes, you may ask? Well, Nelson Mandela, former South African president and world-renowned human rights activist, was born on the 18th of July, today, in 1918. The United Nations declared the day of his birth as Nelson Mandela International Day, as a way to honor his legacy. Now, this day was officially declared by the United Nations in November 2009, with the first UN Mandela Day held on the 18th of July 2010. On his 90th birthday in London's Hyde Park, Mandela said, "It is time for new hands to lift the burdens. It is your hands now." This call to action started a worldwide movement for social change. The Nelson Mandela Foundation said, Nelson Mandela has been making an imprint on the world for 67 years, beginning in 1942 when he first started to campaign for the human rights of every South African. His life has been an inspiration to the world and to each of us. Now, by dedicating 67 minutes like we are today, of our time and of your own, one for every year of Nelson Mandela's service to this country and to everybody, it's renowned. People can give back to the world around them and make a contribution to global humanitarianism. Mandela Day calls on all of us, every day, to make the world a better place. Each year on the 18th of July, and actually every day. Just one day to give back to the world, what we sometimes take for granted.
Thank you, Jacques. That is so insightful. And what a man Nelson Mandela was. He's one of those people that proved to the entire world that, yes, like us all, you can make mistakes, but you can pay your dues. And he proved to the whole world, the whole humanity, that you shouldn't hold on to hate. And what an inspiration. Now, another person that inspires me and a lot of other people is our founder and chief, Marissa van der Merwe. This is a lady that not only started the Entrust Foundation, she also started Mini Chess and MindCo. So, with no further ado, let's hear what Marissa has to say.
I'm Marissa van der Merwe, trustee and founder of the Entrust Foundation. The purpose of our foundation is to entrust South Africans' youth with a future so that they can thrive, not only survive, but thrive in the fast-changing 21st century. The Entrust Foundation empowers the youth of South Africa through various programs in communities right over the country. Both the programs, the Mini Chess program and the MindCo program, is about unlocking human capacity, the things that machines don't have, the things that machines can't do, like creative problem solving, forward planning, strategic thinking, risk management, socio-emotional skills, the ability to bind teams and lead teams forward. Also STEM skills development, got a huge focus on developing mathematical concepts from the concrete, because it's very important for our children to develop their STEM skills, and mathematics lies at the base of that. So the Entrust Foundation is a program that goes into communities in partnership with local leaders, with schools, with youth, community youth, and corporate leaders who support programs right over the country. We have programs, large programs in the Eastern Cape, Limpopo Province, Gauteng, and we are seeking partners that want to take hands with us to take us to the other provinces as well. So the Mini Chess programs, the first one, it's a play innovation program that develop mini games to develop thinking skills in our children, the things that's not in the school curriculum. So we use play as the platform for learning, because play is such a powerful platform. It is the way children's brains are made to develop and to learn, is through play and experimentation, learning when it's fun and there's no pressure. It's very important, and the play that we use, the play platform, moves over barriers of age, gender, culture, language, even physical abilities. The other way why we use play is because we go to different communities with different languages, especially for young children. We start at age 4 already to develop critical skills in the youngsters, unlocking the human capacity. You know, human capacity is seen as the most powerful energy in the world. And this is what we are investing in. So the mini chess program teaches got at 5 levels that children can do it and progress from one to the other. And it teaches children through play, critical thinking skills, entrepreneurial thinking skills, socio-emotional tools we give them, tools of resilience, tools of impulse control, of empathy. And also we use a lot of matrix and concrete number games, so that mathematics is no longer a foreign abstract thing for our children, but it becomes fun and concrete and they can play with it and work with it. So the mini chess program, very important, structured curriculum. It takes our children and it really corrects their early childhood developmental backlogs to empower our children to perform very well at school and correct early childhood backlogs. The MindCo program stands for Mind Company Unlimited, is for leadership development. And we've got young leadership development around age 12. We've got youth leadership development around age 16. And then we've got leadership and team leadership with young professionals, with entrepreneurs, with community leadership. Very, very important. Short courses. It's also engaging. It's very innovative teaching strategy. Very, very effective to impact people's ability and attitude towards work, towards their own purpose in life, towards being effective in reflection. Because in reflection and thinking time is where we design our life forward. So the world that our youngsters are living in now is very much filled up by social media and noise non-stop around them. But you know, life really is decided, decisions are being made when we spend time quietly and thinking about ourselves. We develop those skills to purposefully think of our future, reflect on our lives, decide on our priorities, and we do that through a very engaging, innovative program, the MindCo program. So when we go into the mini chess program into communities, we do it through in-community youth. This is very, very exciting. We identify youth in these communities. We set up companies for them. We register companies in their name. 100% of the shareholding belongs to them. And then we also we empower them to run a company as a young person. And then we give them the tools and the skills and the equipment, everything they need, with ongoing mentoring and support to go into their communities, into schools in their communities, and work with the children in their own communities, empowering them with a future. COVID globally had a huge impact on education disruption, and this is probably going to be permanent. Education will not go back to the way it was before COVID. It has changed. That has a huge impact on their education development, especially in the younger ages, where it is their foundational education development that takes place. You know, education, when we talk about early childhood development, starts here from, well, it starts from birth, but from age 4 and up, a child is ready for more formalized learning and development. That is called early childhood development. It's very, very important. It's the foundation for the child's learning life forward. And if there is not proper development at that age, a wall is being built in knowledge when they go to school, but there's no foundation. And that wall will break. And that is what we see in our country. We see a huge school dropout. Huge. We're talking about 70%. Huge. Of children starting in grade R that doesn't finish school with a paper. And that fallout is probably because in early foundational learning, the correct neurological development did not take place. So, especially now during COVID, globally, there's certain indications of what we can expect of the COVID impact in South Africa as well, but also globally. According to the WISE conference, World Innovation Summit on Education, that took place recently, a week or two ago, pandemics has got certain impact on the development, the economical, educational, but also economical and social development of countries long after the pandemic is over. What they are expecting is, firstly, that children who has been staying at home, especially children in disadvantaged communities, who's been staying home during COVID, the first possible outcome from that is that they will not be going back to school. They have become part of the family DNA. They look after the grandmother, or they look after the cattle, or they're busy helping the dad with generating an income for the family. And many of those children will probably not see the point of going back to school. This is the first possible outcome. Second possible outcome that could happen from COVID in our country is that youngsters who do go back to school have lost a lot of schoolwork now. Their development is behind. And they will probably find it very hard. They will struggle. Chances are good that they will fail and that they will not do well. Globally, educationalists are predicting that this year, academically, the academic averages will drop by probably around 10%. In disadvantaged communities, it will be a lot more. And those children, academic performance are not, in general, their averages are not that high. So to take a dip of 10 to 20%, it's going to be devastating for children. The children that do go to school, they could maybe fail their grades, or they could struggle enough that they feel shortly that they don't want to go to school anymore. They want to do something else, it's too difficult, and we will see a big rise in this generation, a big rise in school dropout. This is one of South Africa's huge challenges. A child who becomes a school dropout will probably not be trained or trainable, probably not be employable, probably become grant dependent with his family, instead of becoming a citizen that can work in the economy, pay tax, become a contributor to the economy. It will be the opposite. Children from resourced communities continued their education through technology. But children in disadvantaged communities, they started to fall behind a lot more. Already there was a gap before COVID, but that gap has grown a lot. So the COVID impact in South Africa will be very, very big, and it could become the initiator of a lost generation. So the Entrust Foundation has purposefully designed a short course programs that we call COVID corrective intervention programs to purposefully target children at those early age groups to help them correct those early developmental backlogs. We've got university studies proving 100% success. University of Pretoria and University of Johannesburg proving 100% success in correcting early developmental backlogs through our programs. We are looking for partners, and we are asking leaders in this country, community leaders and corporate leaders, to take our hand to correct this COVID impact that is touching millions of South African youngsters. We're asking you to take our hand so that we can touch our children from now, middle of this year, to the end of the year, and even into next year, to correct this impact and support our children so that they will do well at school.
Now, without boring you guys too much, because today is all about celebration, I want to share a couple of facts how Mini Chess and the Entrust Foundation has changed lives in various rural areas throughout South Africa. But I'm going to use one example from a school in Limpopo after about 2 years of the in-school mini chess program with grade R3 learners. Now, the pass rate improved to 95% in all classes. 95% plus in all classes. I mean, that's a incredible improvement. The math averages improved from below 50%. So I want to make this clear. The averages were below 50% and they have improved to 72% in grade 1, 76% in grade 2, and 78% in grade 3. Now, the school's dropout at the school in Limpopo has dropped to almost 0%. Now, to give you an example, if you go look at the amount of people that start school, that's, let's say 100% of people start school. Only about 18% finish matric. Only about 5% get university exemption. And of that 5%, only about 0.4 people make it. They are the ones that actually, get a job and build a life for themselves. That is a lot to think about, and this is where mini chess has helped. Now, of course, the learner participation and confidence, which is so important. Confidence is probably the most important thing. If you don't have confidence, you cannot do anything. You can't do your job with confidence if you don't have confidence. Now, that has improved incredibly. And of course, the turnaround, the culture of teaching and learning in the school, positive, engaging, play-based, child-centered, and creative. Now, the flagship projects, to all sponsors: disciplines, concentration, conflict management, and social skills. These are things that have changed in the behavior of the kids. And, the list can go on and on and on. And that's in one school where mini chess has been. Now, of course, that's a lot of stats to wrap your head around. But these are facts of how mini chess Mindco and of course the Entrust Foundation has changed lives, and they keep doing so on a daily basis even with a pandemic like COVID-19. Now, of course, none of this is possible just with Marissa alone, because her passion is astounding and it's incredible, and it's one of those things that just inspire you to do better, and you want to do better. But she has a group of trustees right behind her that supports her every step of the way. And we've actually asked Liesl Tom, one of the trustees, to say a couple of words.
Hi there, I'm Liesl Tom, a trustee of the Entrust Foundation. Now, as trustees, it is our responsibility to ensure that all funds donated by our generous corporate sponsors go towards empowering our children. A child who is enabled to learn can achieve anything, and I firmly believe that in this digital era, the skills they learn through our award-winning programs serve as a firm foundation for their future success.
Thank you, Liesl. Now, of course, with Marissa's passion and Liesl's passion and the rest of the intrustees, as we call them, they still cannot do it on their own. So we have actually asked a couple of the staff partners, the teachers and the franchisees, to send a message of hope on Nelson Mandela Day. So let's go hear what they have to say.
Hi everyone, I am Amanda Kabi from Stegstrom. I serve in the Entrusted Foundation, Mini Chess. My two schools are Early Tutu Primary and Stegstrom School. During this lockdown, we've been going to the schools to collect information so that we can be able to communicate with the learners via their cell phones. When we meet the learners in the streets, they ask us about going back to school. They ask us if they will still have the mini chess program. And I probably tell them that we're still going to have the program and we're still going to have a lot of fun. I would also like to thank the Entrusted Foundation for the support that they have given us. Thank you guys for the support. It means a lot to us, and I am really grateful that I still have my job.
Greetings from the Eastern Cape. I am Liesel Oukamp. I am a franchisee for Mini Chess as well as a regional coordinator for the program in the area. We cover 9 schools in the 2 towns of Multino and Sterkstroom. In this new normal that we find ourselves in, with lockdown taking away the human connection that we so rely on in the program, we have had to find innovative ways of overcoming these obstacles and seeing opportunities within technology, Zoom sessions, as well as WhatsApp videos, WhatsApp voice notes, step-by-step photos of processes, and a lot of communication really that has taken place within this time. And seeing those opportunities and then also recognizing risks and not just responding to them or reacting to them as they come up, and thinking of new ways and thinking to see something in a different light, changing our normal ways of thinking. But then again, that has just put forth the value of Mini Chess, all the skills that we pass on to the children and that we talk about empowering them with. Now we've actually been doing that, and the thought processes that go along with it has been so valuable. So now we've come to the application phase, and we've had to apply what we've learned and apply what we know. And it's been such a learning experience, and it's been such an empowering experience as well. When in lockdown, you've been told to stay where you are and all these new rules and regulations, and we found a way to survive, and it's amazing. And it's, like I said, I can't say empowering enough, because that's exactly just what I've experienced, that that it's actually been a wonderful experience within all the stress and strains and the abnormal situations we find ourselves in. Reaching out to our community, reaching out to the teachers, keeping everybody motivated, and being real about the challenges and real about what we face. And it's been the ups and downs of the Corona coaster, as they call it. We've had to ride that Corona coaster and see where it gets us. And around every corner, I've just been amazed at the people craving that connection and people wanting to establish connection again. It's just been amazing. And thank you to Marisa for all her support, for the extended Mini Chess team, the admin ladies there. It's just been amazing. And also to the Entrust Foundation, thank you for keeping us going. Thank you for your support and for the belief that you have in us. Thank you so much.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy
all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no perception. I wonder if you can.
No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man.
Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
You may say
That I'm a dreamer,
but I'm not
the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
It's for you to start some projects. It doesn't matter how poor you may be, how much you lack education, you can serve your community.